How's everybody doing today? This is a DVD update, 5 pickups. And some awesome pickups I was soup to get. First up was Soul Man with C. Thomas Howell. This is a classic comedy movie. I absolutely love it. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. The concept of the movie possibly seems like it could be offensive, but it really isn't. It's just highly entertaining. And I think everybody across the board can love this movie. Basically, C. Thomas Howell was accepted to Harvard Law School, but his parents cut him off. They say, you know, we're not going to pay for this. You're going to have to figure out a way to pay for it on your own, and he doesn't have the money for it. And he sees that there's one scholarship available in that area for an African-American student. And he decides to use tanning pills. He takes an overdose of them, which changes his skin color to I guess a blackish kind of color. And he basically signs up as an African-American and puts stuff in his hair and changes his hair and puts on glasses. And basically people, you know, think he's African-American, and so he gets the scholarship for it. And immediately I thought, is that the same kind of tanning pills that Snooki and them take from Jersey Shore? I don't know. But one big thing too, none of those people are from New Jersey. They're all from New York, Staten Island, Long Island, and one of them's actually from Rhode Island even. So, just for you guys, if you didn't know, Jersey Shore, not a good representation of New Jersey, since they're not from New Jersey. Common misconception. But anyways, back to this. So he gets accepted. You know, James Earl Jones plays a professor in here as well. Love James Earl Jones. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who played Elaine in Seinfeld, is in this. And Rae Dawn Chong also is in this as well. She's been in a bunch of movies back in the day. But this is just a really fun movie. It's basically all the hijinks that happened, you know, going through law school and different things that happen to him. Like he gets pulled over by the cops and things of that nature. So he sees racism from both sides, actually. And it's actually kind of endearing as well. And basically, you know, at the end he gets found out that he's not truly African American. And it's kind of has a heartwarming message, and it's just a fun comedy, really. And Leslie Nielsen is in this as well as kind of a racist landlord. Basically, it's just a fun movie. Definitely check it out if you're into like kind of 80s comedy movies. Lots of fun. This is a classic right here. C. Thomas Howell at his finest. Next up is the Canadian slasher from 1981, My Bloody Valentine, the original. I thought the remake was just alright. I definitely prefer the original. Great slipcover right here. Special edition. The Miner is just a classic horror icon in my opinion. I definitely think there should have been more in the series. They could have done something with it. I wish they would have. You know, it's good that they had the sequel introducing younger viewers to it, and I hope that the younger viewers, when they see the remake, they went back to see the original as well, because the original far surpasses the remake. Harry Warden, totally creepy. Loved it. The Miner, awesome. And this actually has the unrated version where you can see all the scenes that are deleted. I actually prefer that one. You can see a little bit more of the gore and stuff of like that. The one lady in the dry cleaner machine and different things like that. Basically all the deaths essentially were in the unrated edition part. Cross your heart and hope to die. That's the catch line right there, the tagline. And basically it's about a group of miners. They're working and they're having they're in a small town, and the small town is having a Valentine's Day party, and basically the two supervisors at the mine, they leave all the miners down there and don't check the gas levels and everything. They just leave them there and go to the party, and basically something goes wrong and the mine explodes, and there's only one survivor, Harry Warden, and he goes kind of crazy, and they put him in a mental institution, and he's all, you know, messed up from everybody dying. And so next Valentine's Day he seeks revenge and kills the two supervisors, and the town hasn't had a Valentine's Day party since. And then, you know, they decide, you know, it's been years and years, and they finally decide to have another Valentine's Day party, and of course Harry Warden comes back, or so they think, and you know, lots of killings going on. So the miner comes back and, you know, seeks his revenge to everybody that's involved with the Valentine's Day party, and it's just a great classic slasher. If you like classic slashers, definitely check this one out. Way better than the remake in my opinion. Again, like I said, I definitely say check out the version with the deleted scenes. In my opinion, I love that one. For me, I'd say 8.5 out of 10. And some of the special features on here, Bloodlust, My Bloody Valentine, and the rise of the slasher film, Bloodlines, interactive horror film history, deleted footage of director, cast, the special effects designer, introductions, great edition. So glad they did a special edition for this, long overdue. Next up is Robert Hall's Lightning Bug. This blew me away. I wasn't expecting much, honestly. Cool slipcover as well, but like I said, I wasn't expecting much from this. Laid to Rest, I absolutely love that. One of some of the best special effects ever. Some of the acting wasn't that great in Laid to Rest, but overall still a great slasher. Tremendous effects. Some of the best kill scenes I've ever seen, hands down. Tremendous. So, you know, Robert Hall, he owns Almost Human, special effects company. They've been doing stuff for everybody, everywhere. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the new Crazies remake. Tremendous job, highly talented. And you know, I saw Laid to Rest, and I heard about this movie, and I didn't know what to expect. I wasn't expecting big things, honestly, and I was just blown away. Tremendous. I highly recommend this one. For me, this is a 9.5 out of 10. Amazing. Star-studded cast right here. Laura Prepon right there from the 70s show. She's been in a bunch of different movies, Slackers. She's from New Jersey, right down the road, actually. Great actress. Bret Harrison right there. He plays Green Graves, which I believe Green is Robert Hall's middle name. That's what I heard. I don't, you know, I can't confirm that. Maybe I'll Wikipedia that later. And it has Kevin Gage, who's also in Laid to Rest. He did a great job in this, completely convincing as just a crazy psychopath. Hal Sparks was in this as well, which is, he's in Robert Hall's band. Ashley Laurence, Josh Todd, lead singer of Buckcherry, Donald Gibb, who was Booger in Revenge of the Nerds. Just a great cast, tremendous acting all the way across the board too. This is a semi-autobiographical story of how Robert Hall grew up down south and just everything he had to do, and he was really into special effects and monsters and things of that nature, and just the abuse he endured and small town minds and things of that nature, and how he made it through it. And I really love this. This was actually kind of a really heartfelt movie. It's not a very happy movie, I'll say that. There's lots of violence and kind of depressing tones to it, but did a tremendous job purveying the message, and I was really blown away by it. And one thing I'll say too is kind of a weird thing at the end. You see Donald Gibb at the very end, he's like waving when the plane's going off, and you're like, what the heck? I went back and watched the deleted scenes with the director commentary, and you learned that Donald Gibb was in more scenes of the movie that they ended up editing out. And actually, I thought the editing, all the scenes that they edited out, perfect. The movie flowed much better without those scenes in them. I was thoroughly impressed. And I love the analogy of lightning bugs to childhood and happy memories and moments, and that such a dark place could still have beauty. At least that's what I took away from it. And his dream of going to Hollywood and making monsters and doing special effects like that, that was his whole dream, and everybody's telling him he can't do it and all like that. But he managed to make it through with the support of his girlfriend and his friends, and it's just really, like I said, it's a heartfelt movie, and I highly recommend it. Like I said, I wasn't expecting much from this movie, and I was blown away. 9.5 actually out of 10. 9.5, you know, that's close to perfect to me. Great job by all the actors. Tremendous. And you know what I didn't notice this whole time I was talking about? I said heartfelt, and it says right on there, heartfelt and fantastic right there, by David Greenwalt, co-creator of Angel. I didn't know they said that even said that on there, but that term is fitting for the movie. Definitely check it out. And my next two pickups were the original, When a Stranger Calls, and the remake, When a Stranger Calls. Evil Hits Home. Stars Charles Durning, who's in Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, Carol Kane, Colleen Dewhurst. This is definitely a creepy movie. It's basically, I actually kind of don't want to give it away, but it's basically about a crazy guy who keeps calling the house and terrorizing a babysitter, and what happens. And I don't really want to give too much away, but then, you know, he gets caught, and then he escapes, and then he comes back years later to try to terrorize the babysitter again. And it was creepy, I have to admit. I think it stands the test of time. Definitely a creepy movie. I would say check it out. I would give it probably a 7 out of 10. And the remake, I watched the remake years ago when it first came out, and I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't fantastic, but I thought it was pretty decent. Is my memory being too generous for this one? Let me know. I'll have to rewatch it again to make sure. A lot of times movies don't live up to the memory from when I was watching it when I was younger till now. So hopefully this one will. I know there's a lot of people that don't care for it, but like I said, I remember it being pretty decent, and I hope it lives up to my memory of it. A lot of people hated on this movie, but from what I recall, again, I haven't seen it since it came out. It came out in 2006, so it's been about 4 years since I've seen it. It has a couple different people that you might recognize. That guy's, I think, from The Office right there. I thought it was a good movie. It's, by no means is it a great, but I would say probably I'd probably give it about the same, about a 7 out of 10, but different from the classic one, which was creepier, had more atmosphere. This was still creepy, but in kind of a new way. It's modernized. But again, I haven't seen it in 4 years. I'll have to check it out again to still see if it lives up to my memory of it. But I thought it was decent from what I recall. If you've seen any of these movies, especially this one right here, or the original, definitely let me know what you think of it, and which one did you prefer, if you've seen both of them. Obviously, I prefer the original, but I still, like I said, I thought the remake was pretty decent. And Lightning Bug, Robert Hall, amazing. Again, he shows that he can do many different things. Special effects, gore, slashers, and then a heartfelt drama right here. Highly recommend this one. Definitely. And My Bloody Valentine, if you like old school slashers, highly recommend this one as well. One of the best Canadian slashers ever, or at least that I've seen. Probably the best Canadian slasher I've ever seen. If you know of any other great Canadian slashers, definitely leave me a comment down below. I'm a big fan of Canadian horror movies. One that always comes to my mind is Pontypool, one that doesn't get enough attention or praise that it deserves. If you haven't seen Pontypool, go check that out. If you've seen Pontypool, definitely let me know what you think of it too. I absolutely loved it. Classic in my opinion. And Soul Man. Now, one thing I'll say about Soul Man, I ordered this from Amazon from Merchant Seller, and you know, at the time it was like $12.99. I was like, you know, let me get it for $6 from Merchant Seller, you know, like half the price, and it said like new, so I wasn't, you know, that's cool. But one thing that bothered me is right there, it says somebody's name on there, Ted. Ted, why would you put your name on here? Were you living somewhere where people are just gonna steal your stuff? Come on, Ted. But so that kind of annoys me. I think I might send this back if I can, if they'll let me, and I'll just buy the new one, a new version directly through Amazon, because it actually dropped in price to $9.99, and this is definitely worth it. Very funny movie. If you love classic 80s comedy, highly recommend this one. Lots of fun. So those were my pickups. If you've seen any of these movies, definitely let me know what you think. Leave me a comment down below, and I hope everybody's doing well. Take care.